Hello, good morning, my dear students. This is Tiru Sir, your English teacher. Welcome to the online classes of Sri Eknathura Kharse Talent English Medium School, Muktainagar. So, dear students, I am here with your NCERT textbook English. The lesson, book name is A Pact with the Sun. These are non-details. So, first lesson already we have completed. Now we are going to discuss the second chapter. The second chapter name is The Friendly Mongoose. So I know everybody likes to learn more than stories, isn't it? So story means everybody can like and everybody can read it properly. So in this way, in sixth standard, it has given a beautiful story. The story name is The Friendly Mongoose. This poem already you may read many times, so it is not new for you. Still, we'll start the lessons. The lesson. So I'm reading and explain to you. Okay. Once a farmer and his wife lived in a village with a small son. They they loved him very much. We must have a pet, the farmer said to his wife one day. So when our son grew up, they will need a companion. This pet will be our son's companion. His wife liked the idea. One evening, the farmer brought him a tiny mongoose. It's a baby mongoose, said his wife, but will soon be fully grown. He will be a friend to our son. Both of the baby and mongoose grew. In 5 or 6 months, the mongoose had grown on its full size. A lovely animal with two shining black eyes and bushy tails. The farmer's son was still a baby in the cattle, sleeping and crying alternately. So what happens? Once upon a time, once upon a time, other were farmer and his wife, both of living happily. They had one child, very small kid, small baby. So they thought one day that their child needs companion when he became a big. So what happens? They wanted a pet animal, but at the time they don't have any pet animal. So what we have to do? So we have to search it and we have to get it. So wife also agreed for that, and okay, that's good idea. So let you welcome. Then after the next day, the farmer what he did, he brought a small baby mongoose from his field. Then after he kept it. They shown his wife. Both are happy, and it looks very beautiful. Then after 3 or 4 months, it became bigger, and he got his actual size. He looking so attractive. The two black eyes shining and it looks very beautiful, and bushy hair, more hair came. So that looks like very nice. And his teeth also became very soft. But the baby same as it is. Only crying, sleeping, that's it. So what happens? One day, the farmer's wife wanted to go to the market. She fed the baby and rocked him to sleep in his little cradle. Picking up the basket, she said to her husband, I'm off to the bazaar. The baby is sleeping. Keep an eye on him. Frankly, I don't like to leave the child alone with mongoose. You needn't be afraid, said the farmer. You needn't be afraid. The mongoose is a friendly animal. It's as sweet as our baby, and they are the best of friends. You know, the wife went away, and the farmer, having nothing to do in the house, so decided to go out and take a look at his field, not far away. He ran into some friends on the way back and didn't return for quite some time. What happens one day, a wife wanted to go market, so he slept into the cradle, means where he's sleeping, some swings like that. So in that place, he might sleep. Then after he informed to her husband that child is sleeping. So have a look. Why? Because I don't like the mongoose. Means I don't like to live with the mongoose. Why? Because mongoose is a wild animal, so it may cut. So that's what he did. He informed to her husband that have a look and careful of it. But husband would say, no, dear, no need to worry. It is a friendly mongoose and it also good friend with our child. So after listening, the wife went to the market. Now here what happens? The farmer don't have any work at the home. So what he will do? So he decided to go outside, means nearer, means so which field have nearer to see, and went outside and he went to some friend's house and he didn't return for some time. The farmer's wife finished her shopping and came back home with a basket of grocery. She saw the mongoose sitting outside as if waiting for her. One on seeing her, he ran to welcome her as was customary. The farmer wife took one look at the mongoose and screamed, blood! She cried. The face and paw of the mongoose were smeared with blood. So what happens? After completing her shopping, he started to return. When he returned, from long distance, she saw the mongoose was waiting for her. He came outside and looking, waiting to the woman. When the woman saw to the mongoose face, the mongoose mouth is filled with blood, hands, legs, everything wet with blood. When he saw these things, she became surprised, she became confused what she has to do. What happened? You wicked animal, you have killed my baby. She screamed, means shouted, cried, hysterically. Then what happened? She was blind with rage and with all her strength brought down the heavy basket full of grocery. On the blood smeared mongoose and ran inside to the child cradle. What happens? When she saw these things, she became so angry. She became so angry that she couldn't control her angriness. What happens? The full of grocery throw into the throw on the mongoose head, and she run into the house. So what happened after she? The baby was fast asleep, but on the floor lay a black snake, torn and bleeding. In a flash, she realized what had happened. She ran out looking for the mongoose. Oh, you saved my child. You killed the snake. What have I done? She cried. Then after when she came into the house, when she saw the cradle, the child was in deep sleeping. So at that time she could realize that what actually happened. and on the floor a black snake was lying with blood. Then after she properly realized that what happened actually. Then after he ran outside and says, "Sir, you saved my life." It's child life. You saved my child, but I have killed you. What have I done? See, murmuring herself and crying herself. She cried, touching the mongoose, who lay dead and still, unaware of her story. The farmer's wife, who had acted hastily and rashly, stared long at the dead mongoose. Then she heard the baby crying. Wiping her tears, she went into feed him. She, touching and cried herself that what I have done, I killed you. What happens? Already the mongoose died. Now there is no uh, profit to cry, isn't it? Nothing else now. So from these relations, what do you understand? Tell me. You many times you have read the stories, many times you have things. So what are the main moral things have you got from this relation? From this relation, we came to know that be patient. We have to be patient. Suddenly, we should not take any decision. We have to think once, twice, third, fourth. Then after we have to take the decision. If you take sudden decision, you see the same things will happen. So, my dear students, whenever you do something in your life, you have to think properly. We have to take the decision by thinking after 5 times. That is good, bad, right? And you have to be patient. First thing is patience. We talk with tolerance. The tolerance capacity, patience capacity must and should important all of our human life. Understand? Patience makes achievement. If you don't have patience, you can't do anything. Yes, 100% sure you can't do anything. Each and everything successful stories, there is a patience behind of it. That's why, my dear students, from these lessons we have to understand that you have to be patient and we have to do properly and we have to make decision after thinking properly. Okay, so the students, I hope you understand these lessons properly and you write the question answer of these lessons and send to me. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.